I went into Nuremberg extremely skeptical. I've read a serious amount about World War II, the Holocaust, and the rise of Nazi Germany, and the biggest worry for me was the authenticity. I didn't want a watered-down, Hollywood-style version of one of the darkest chapters in human history. I'm very happy, though, to say I was proven wrong. Nuremberg is based on the 2013 book, The Nazi and the Psychiatrist, and follows US Army psychiatrist Douglas Kelly, tasked with evaluating the captured Nazi leaders before the famous Nuremberg trials. Rami Malek plays Kelly, and honestly for me, he's the weakest point of the film. His performance just doesn't feel fully grounded in reality. But the real standout here is Russell Crowe as Hermann Göring. Crowe learned German for the role, transformed physically, and absolutely captured the arrogance, intelligence, and disturbing charisma of one of the most infamous men in modern history, the second in command to Adolf Hitler himself. This is generally one of his best performances in recent years. Michael Shannon is also phenomenal here as Robert H. Jackson, the chief prosecutor for the American forces. His opening courtroom statement is actually a shortened word-for-word adaptation of the real speech given in 1945, one that's still considered one of the most important in history of international law. The supporting cast are strong too. Richard E. Grant, John Slattery, and Leo Woodall all deliver memorable performances, particularly Woodall here, who plays Sergeant Howie Trist, a German-born United States Army soldier who served as an interpreter during the trials. Trist was born Jewish, and his family had to escape from Europe. He unfortunately would lose his parents in the Holocaust, but he himself would live to the age of 93. The film was shot in Hungary, and many of the extras were locals whose families were directly impacted by the war, and that emotion really comes through on screen. One of the most powerful and difficult parts of the film is the use of the real Holocaust footage. It is horrifying, sobering, and necessary. This is not entertainment. This is a reminder of just how far human cruelty can go, and why the world can never allow it to happen again. Some trivia. Hermann Göring was placed on a strict diet in prison to ensure he was fit to stand trial. He lost 29.5 kgs, or 65 pounds, which the film accurately reflects. Göring committed suicide the night before his scheduled execution by ingesting a cyanide capsule. In 2005, a former guard claimed Göring received the capsule from a German girl called Mona. However, Göring himself wrote that he'd hidden it in a jar of skin cream used for his eczema. In Douglas Kelly's book, 22 Cells in Nuremberg, he later revealed the disturbing parallels between Nazi psychology and American society. Shockingly, Kelly died in 1958 by cyanide poisoning, the same method used by Göring. And much of Justice Jackson's cross-examination of Göring is presented verbatim from the actual trial records. Now, Nuremberg isn't perfect, and is probably not the definitive film of the trials, but it is powerful, intelligent, and incredibly important. The standout performance, the strong direction, and deep respect for the subject matter, it's a film that forces you to think, long after the credits roll. Nuremberg gets an 8.5 out of 10. So what did you think of Nuremberg? Please let me know down in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.